Say because this nigga, I want to say they said his joint went up. How many his streams? I want to say they said his streams went up like 400, something crazy. Yeah, 60. His streams went up 64%. I don't even know his real name. I guess is David. His stage name is D4vd, or it's still supposed to spell David, but just in a weird way. So of course I haven't played my lady on from TikTok. I'm not a lawyer, but so I'm gonna allow her to kind of break this joint down because I haven't played on here in a couple of weeks. I'm not gonna lie to you. This story, Jesus Christ, like this shit is just so like. And the crazy thing is they still haven't even locked him up on no charges. So you kind of almost.
I thought they did.
Shit, I want to say that he just stopped the tour.
No, he just stopped the tour, but that's why I thought they said he's cooperating with.
Yeah, but he ain't been charged. So yeah, they bring you in for like questioning him, but he ain't been charged yet. But I'm gonna play her because I mean she do a good job at just breaking it down.
If you, like me, had no idea who David or D4vd is before this body was found in the trunk of his car, let me catch you up on who he is, on his rise to stardom, and where we are with this body in the trunk. Okay, so this is David or D4vd.
What's going on, everybody? This is D4vd.
His birth name is David Anthony Burke, and he was born in New York but raised in Texas with his mom, his dad, his little sister, and his little brother. He grew up in church, did martial arts, he was homeschooled, and he played video games, specifically Fortnite. Now, in regards to this video game playing, David had goals of becoming a streamer, so he started recording himself while he was playing and then posting it online, but nobody was watching the videos.
I became a YouTuber. I was playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, all these different type of games to try to become like the biggest next thing, streamer, Kai Cenat, everything. 200 views my first video, steady 60 after.
And so he realized that the other streamers who were getting views were putting music behind their clips and their montages, so he decided to try that route. He started taking mainstream music and putting it behind his montages and clips of him playing video games. And then the videos started taking off.
So I started putting the mainstream songs in, and then there was a point where there was no copyright strike, so I was making so much money. So then fast forward like a month or two, I'm making a lot of money. My mom's like, okay, maybe the game's not rotting your brain. I started getting copyright strikes left and right from UMG, and I'm like, what in the world is UMG?
Now, after these copyright strikes started coming in and he wasn't making any money anymore, he started to complain to his mom about what was happening, and she told him to just make his own music.
And she was like on a phone or something. She was like, just make your own music. Go, get out of my face. Make your own music. I was like, wait a minute.
And so he did. David says that on December 21st, 2021, he downloaded an app called BandLab. He used a beat that he found on YouTube, and then he went into his little sister's closet and made his very first song called Runaway. After he was done, he posted it on SoundCloud and got some pretty positive responses. So he decided to make a second song, and that song was called You and I. He placed this song on the back of one of his video game montages and posted it on YouTube, and the video ended up going crazy.
And I made the song called You and I, which now has what, 94.
Oh, just real quick, just because they talking about playing the music back. Remember when I first told, I think when we were just talking about people playing video games on TikTok, and I told y'all the people with the worst fucking personalities always hide behind the music. I just wanted to say that because I remember when we just was having a random conversation about that a couple weeks ago about people playing the video games and niggas that I was starting to follow on TikTok that was playing the games, and I realized like the niggas who got real personalities don't have no music or nothing playing. They just literally talking and keeping people entertained the whole time by themselves. And then the niggas with no personality hide behind the music.
4 million streams. It's my second song I ever made. Put it in the montage. And I tagged it on Twitter. First Fortnite player to use his own song in a video. That was the title. And bro, everyone was using the song after that day.
He made a couple more songs, and by song number 5, he decided to create a TikTok account and branded himself as a chipmunk singer. Like he would take a popular song and cover it using a chipmunk singing voice. Doing this on TikTok got him a bunch of followers, so he decided to make an original song. He still used the chipmunk voice, but in the caption, he said that if people really liked the song, he would slow it down and post the regular version. And the TikTokers said yes.
Why is it so good? Please drop. Wait, why is this actually good? Kylie Jenner used your sound. Alvin never misses.
So the day after the Chipmunk version of his original song, David posted the real slowed down version and got more positive feedback. 2 TikToks later, he posted another original song of his called Romantic Homicide. And this song ended up being one of his most viral songs ever. So by August of 2022, his original songs are going crazy. He's starting to make more money and get more interest off of his original music than he is off the video game montages that he started doing all of this for.
Fortnite was going up, music was like down here, but then they switched and it was making me more money too. But yeah, that's how I knew.
And then because of the success of his original songs, he starts getting hit up by music labels.
So I released these 2 songs in July. By August, it was
Every label's called.
every single one. I was 17.
Things just kind of go crazy for David after that. He signs to Interscope Records in August of 2022, performs in Milan at the Valentino Fashion Week show in June of 2023, then began opening for SZA's world tour by September of 2023, and then jumping to 2025, David released his first album, which is called Withered, in April of this year, and then began his very own world tour called Withered World Tour in August of this year. Now, according to the streets, and I don't really listen to the streets, but I don't have any reports yet. While David was having this meteoric rise to fame, he was also allegedly, apparently, having some sort of connection to Celeste Rivas. And that all comes out because on September 8th, 2025, which is only about a month after David started his world tour, the LAPD has gotten a call to a tow yard in Hollywood, California, because of reports of a foul odor coming from one of the vehicles. The vehicle is a Tesla, and it had previously been abandoned on a Hollywood street for over a month before it was towed to the tow yard. It was then at the tow yard for about 2 days before they called the police because of the smell. And when police arrived to the tow yard and opened the trunk, they discover a decomposed and dismembered body. The LA medical examiners are able to identify this body as being 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, who was last seen when she left her house on April 5th, 2024. Police begin investigating, and they learn that this car that the body was found in, with its Texas plates, is registered to David Anthony Burke, aka David. Now, there's been a ton of interesting developments since this has all began unfolding. First, Celeste's mom told TMZ that her daughter did have a boyfriend named David. And then fans of David have begun pointing out some interesting lyrics to some of David's songs. They began pointing out some old Instagram posts that he supposedly made. And they've also noted that Celeste had a sh tattooed on her finger, and David does too. Another interesting tidbit is that fans have said David's song Romantic Homicide was released on September 7th, which also happens to be Celeste's birthday. And just so we're clear, David is now 20 years old and Celeste was 15. Now again, David has been on his first world tour, so after this news hit, at first he continued with his tour dates. But as more and more information has come out, it's now being reported that some of his dates are being canceled. To be clear, no arrests have been made in connection to this case, and Celeste's cause of death has not been announced by the medical examiner. So this one is still very much unfolding, but I sure have a lot of questions. So I'll keep watching, and I'll be back if something happens.
I make music.
So Disney is.
So I mean that I feel like that's pretty much the. Was it some other stuff that I feel like I'm leaving out, or was that kind of like the biggest, most majority of the stuff in a nutshell?
The matching tattoos. Yeah, that was it.
What was up? Oh, I don't know if they took. Let me see if they took this other clip down. Oh man, here you go.
So what inspired the hook, "In the Back of My Mind You Died," is kind of like the storytelling aspect of the lyrics that came before it, in a way that it builds up to the big moment where she died in the back of my mind. Right? I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't even cry, not a single tear. I've seen people online take different meanings and interpretations from that one part of the song where it's like it's their past selves that's dying, and they're not even crying about it because they're evolved, they've become better people, or have killed addictions and other different stuff like that. So I think it's very powerful in that way too.
In the back of my mind, I killed you. And I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it. but it's true. I hate you.
I wanted you to feel the emotion in this part of the song, not just to repeat the hook, but to say it in a different manner with the same feeling that the first part of it conveyed, which was in the back of my mind, but then you think that I'm gonna say you died, but I say I killed you. So it's not like the thought of her is gone by itself was something that she did, it was something that I decided to do. And I killed her in the back of my mind. But it's really more of a figurative I killed you, especially in the back of my mind. I try to stress that in the back of my mind. That's why I say it so loud. In the back of my mind, you died. In the back of my mind, I killed you. So it's all in the mind because that's the most secure place you can be is in your mind. So if you can expel that thought from your mind, then everything else will just come together. Puzzle people.
So I mean, again, with this, like, I mean, of course, because everything is still alleged and he hasn't been charged with anything. I mean, I guess.
See, now, when the way he broke it down just now, like that, I wouldn't think that song is. I wouldn't sit here and be like, "Oh yeah, he rapping about," you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear you. I mean, I hear you, and like I said, I mean, he hasn't been charged with nothing yet. So I mean, it's still like, it's just people on the internet doing, I mean, like they do with damn near with rap lyrics now. Like if this was some rap beef shit, niggas is being detectives with rap songs. Like you see nigga Trap Lord Royce do this shit all the time with Chicago drill rappers and stuff. So right now it's still just, it's hypothetical, and I feel for this young girl's mom because I'm sure all of the, again, like when we talked about this 2 weeks ago, when you seen here saying like as being a parent to somebody, it's like, you know, you want, of course you want answers because this is your young, I want to say what they say, this little girl like 13 or 15 years old. So it's like, you looking for answers as a parent, and then of course, again, if you a parent and you may be young, even if you personally not on social media, I'm sure you have somebody in your family who's seeing this stuff, and even if they not sending it to you, I'm sure eventually they gotta make you, because you want to still know what happened. And if somebody actually, if this young man is the one who's really responsible for killing your daughter, I'm sure realistically you want him to go to jail. So when you seeing all this stuff, you want to show this to a lawyer, you want to show this to the police, you want to make sure this stuff is getting picked up, because you don't want this stuff to just not go unknowledged, because they're gonna do him like they did YMW Melly. And like, so, I mean, and they gonna look at the time frame. They gonna look at, they trust and believe, if they find out or they have enough evidence to pin this murder on him, they gonna do him just like YMW Melly. And for him, this happened in California. Nigga, California got a death penalty. I promise you, if they find, especially because you black, man, nigga, you crazy as shit. Trust them, they gonna fry this nigga like a goddamn fish fry on fucking what's that?
She not black, I don't think, right?
Yeah, she not black. She's Spanish, but it don't matter. Come on, Russ. Yeah, they gonna fry his ass. I'm gonna play this last clip of him.
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything go.
And the fact that he was getting on stream with this young ass girl just is crazy, dog. And that again, when we talk about, I mean, of course, like I said, this is still fresh, and I still, even though this is in California, I still want to have the respect for her parents. But it's just like, where your mom and dad? Like screw the pot to the point. Not saying screw it, but let's not even get to the part that she's dead. Let's get to the part is why the fuck was this young ass girl with this fucking nigga that's 5 years older than her, and this is on stream. This was on a live stream. Because this is a clip from a stream.
That's why I'm kind of confused at he met her at the age of 12. Or was they actually, because like when they said the girl was missing, I think she's only been missing for a year.
Yeah, so if she 15, I mean, so let's say even if she was dating him at 14 and he 20, still like, that shit, I don't know. Just again,
you to say, oh yeah, well, she got a boyfriend named Dave. Like,
yeah, that shit crazy, dog. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. And and just I guess just kind of piggybacking off of a conversation I was listening to Rory and Maul, and they were talking about, do girls lose their virginity at home compared to boys? Like, where did you lose your virginity at? And then even if you know, like, if you started thinking about like where your friends lost their virginity at, do you feel like it's easier for dudes to lose their virginity at their actual house than it is for girls? Because you could kind of tie this into it because it's just still like, I'm just looking at this video like this girl is still like, even if she didn't pass, it's like, damn, where was your parents that they was allowing you to hang with this fuck down? You record, this ain't no streaming, no studio. Even if my kid, I wouldn't even let my kid hang at a studio. And like my kid was like, hey, I'm dating this rapper, I'm cool with this rapper. You're not about to be, if fucking you 14, 15 years old hanging in nobody's goddamn rap studio. This ain't even in the studio. This is in somebody's house. But I'm just sitting here saying, even if it was that. So it's kind of just like, it make you just be like, man, like a lot of that stuff go back to parenting. Like a lot of people be like, yeah, you can have kids, but do you really got time to be an actual parent? And of course, no, I'm not trying to point the blame at the parent now that she's dead, but I'm sitting here saying like, before we even get to the point of where she lose her life, like why y'all didn't intervene because like they was comfortable enough to be making live streams together?
Sometimes the parents don't know. You don't know what your kids are doing. Not all the time. For
sure, but again, I guess
if your parents not on social media, how would they know?
I mean, I guess, and then my question is just like, when, like, what time are you supposed to be in the house? And maybe, like I said, maybe I just grew up on strict times, and my parents maybe just strict. Like,
it's a lot easier to skip school now than it was back then.
I feel like it should be harder now. Don't they be sending emails and shit? Like back in the day, you had to make a phone call.
Do you know how many kids changed the emails and all that shit, and it got it to their phones, their emails, you know? Yeah, like I said, it's a lot more easier.
Yeah, see, I was a bad kid, so I had progress reports daily, so I had to go to school every day. I had to get my shit checked off.
But you could still be a person that does well in school, and your parents don't know everything that you're doing.
I just be feeling, how is that possible? I mean, I guess if you work, I mean,
it's possible if you, especially like I said, if your parents are not young parents.
I skipped school. My mother didn't know I skipped school until I was grown, and I told her.
What age did you start skipping school though?
Probably like 9th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade.
And that's the same age.
Damn.
But I only did it like a few times because I got so close to getting caught, I never did it again.
So, okay, 8th and 9th grade, where did you go when you skipped?
I met her with my friend, and we went to these boys' houses. We met at like the mall or something like that.
Damn, that's just scary. Because I'm just, I mean, you're right. I mean, I guess because if your parent was at work and God forbid if something bad would have happened to you at that time, they wouldn't have never known.
And then I was like, oh, well, can I go to so and so house after school? And she was like, no, come straight home. Like I don't feel like coming to get you. So then it was like, damn, I was in a rush trying to find. I literally beat my mother home by like 5 minutes. But I was already there.
Oh, already at your friend's house?
Yeah, I was already at the boy's house.
Oh.
And I was just going to say, I just went to her house after school. Can you pick me up from there? And she was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, when you say it like that, then I guess now it's kind of like.
And then it's like on the weekend. But then like on the weekend, you're like, oh, I'm going over Bridget's house. And
I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe I'm just looking at it different because it just wasn't no. You couldn't go over people's house.
For you to. But
because back, I mean, and like I said, maybe I'm thinking about it because when I was a kid or when we was kids, all of our friends was neighborhood friends. So if I'm going to my friend's house, he lives across the street. I don't have no friends that live across town.
But even still, if it's a neighborhood friend, I can sit here and say, hey, yeah, I'm going to such and such house, and then I might be going to the house in the behind the, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to see such and such behind the houses.
I mean, for sure, but all of that you still in a neighborhood though.
Yeah,
like
you still in a neighborhood. But I think everybody parent is different. And like you said, some parent, the stricter you are, the more your kids going to freaking sneak and lie. Because like I said, that story, I tell it all the time. When the nigga, we went to the Coco, he told his father we supposed to be going, I forgot, bowling away. And he came up there, snatched him out the Go-Go. And mom thought everything, all right, yeah, I dropped him off at the Go-Go. She didn't know. Yeah,
but I mean, again, even with that though, that's still just like, that's nighttime. And then even again, like a parent dropped you off. You didn't drive there. Somebody dropped you off there. So that's just my point. So I think just again,
but that's what I'm saying. But even now you have Uber, you got all like it's easy to get around.
So that's my point. I think a lot of times because times have got more, technology has got better. Parents have got less parenting. You're absolutely right. Yeah, parents now could put their kid in a Uber, put them in a Lyft, or do whatever the case may be. From back in the day, where your parent, if they was going to take you somewhere, if you was going somewhere, one of your parents had to take you and drop you off and come back and pick you up. Now, because you in the era where the parent don't have to do that, they can just put you in a car. I think that again takes away from being parents, though.
Well, now all you got to do is sometimes make certain like maybe first period, and if you make first period for some like
that's it.
Then that's it. then they're not gonna call your house because you already did the role.
I guess it's just. I just feel like that should just get tricky, and a lot of that just go into parents. And like I said, I don't want to sit here and point the blame at the parents now because, of course, you're going through a tragic death. But I think it just for the parents who are listening, I do just think like sometimes you got to kind of be like, damn, am I really kind of like, am I really doing my full capacity of my job when I'm being a parent? Like, am I kind of checking for?
Because I think, like I said, the way you're thinking, way I see it, and I'm sitting, okay, I sent you to school, but then if you turn around and don't, you know what I'm saying, like I sent you off to school. But
No, for sure. No, of course, I'm not making it seem like it's impossible to skip. But I'm just and I'm just a little naive. I'm thinking, all right, when they making these streams, it's after school already over.
No, I'm pretty sure 9 times 10 they doing it during the daytime.
You hope. Because then that's the giving a parent the like, great, okay, cool, they supposed to have been in school. She skipped school and she was doing these little streams. But I don't think how many, like that to me is that's like, you, as a kid, you being extremely bold.
Young, no, that's what I'm saying. For her to be that young and you saying like, oh yeah, I'm out. Like,
maybe
you're right. I think it had to be doing
like sometimes they just can't control their kids.
That too.
And they just do what they want to do.
Like you got my mom, you know, like you got those kids type of.
You could put all type of scenarios out there, but you have some kids that are just like badass kids, and the parents kind of like, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of.
And then you don't know the story. They might tell, oh, well, my mama don't feed me. I'm over here. I ain't, you know. So another parent might be like, oh, well, I'm just trying to look out for her. But whole time she lying.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Again, rest in peace to that young lady. I definitely feel for her mom. And it's just so crazy. Like, damn, that story just kind of just like.
No, I say it's definitely sad.
I just kind of always put myself in that parent's shoes where like these stories get so big and you still got to be a parent. Like if you even got other kids, you still got to be able to show up for your other kids and you still dealing with this. And then, like I said, again, if you was a parent, I mean, well, I hope like. You won't be online or nothing. Like, man, that's just a lot to me. Like, damn, like losing a kid. Like, I'm never going. That shit to me never gonna be normal. Like, that's just.
And then let's just say like she was actually out there looking for her daughter or whatever, and people really wasn't, you know, putting the forth effort into it.
Nigga, even I can't even imagine if I'm a parent and then I'm seeing this, and I'm just seeing all these hypothetical videos. I'm seeing all these allegedlys and these conspiracy theories. Like, as a parent, like. I mean, I don't know if the dad around, but I can only, I'm like, if this nigga don't get charged before the week is up, nigga, how can I stop myself from not crashing out trying to do something to this boy on my own?
Oh, no, that's kind of.
Like, how do you stop it? Like, you still got your human instincts. Like, this nigga still, you prancing around, your songs going up 64%. Like, you benefiting off of, like, my kid's death right now?
But then, how would you feel if he was 100% innocent?
Man, I don't give a fuck. I might have to figure out in jail, dog.
It don't matter at that point. Like if you that, like it's your child.
But no, I get it. It's your child. But what if, like I said, if this was whatever she somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Like if he had nothing to do with it,
prove it.
Yeah, you got.
No, I'm saying, but you killed him already before he could.
Well, I mean, I did. I did what needed to be done.
Yeah, that's why I'm just saying because I think now at this point you asking a human almost not to be human. Again, because I always say this, like everybody's level of crash out ain't the same. Like I couldn't imagine. Like I'm just sitting here saying, just think about if you are a parent and this is your kid. It's so hard to kind of like. It's hard to turn that shit off because look how many niggas don't turn that shit off. Like think about how many street niggas crash out because one of their homeboys got killed. And a nigga get on the internet, you just on some random, we talking about just on some a hood level, maybe on a lower level, like Instagram live, how we just spent on your homeboys type shit. This is up and down every social media platform, every big major music podcast or gossip podcast talking about this shit. So like as a parent, I'm just gonna eventually get triggered, dog. I'm gonna need answers, and if the police can't give me answers fast enough, I can't sit here and guarantee that I'm not gonna sit here and just lose my cool. And especially if I know where I can find this boy, and if I don't know where to find him, then ain't nothing I could do. I just got to kind of wait for the police to figure it out. But I'm just sitting here saying there's not a lot of people who can just, sometimes street justice is the only justice sometimes people feel like they can get. Everybody don't have the patience to work and wait to see if the police going to figure out what's actually happening or what's going on. So, I mean, Like I said, I don't know. I guess to switch gears a little bit, I guess we kind